It's damn early to be out here prospecting, but it should be an exciting day because we're in the spot that you might have seen in my last video where I pulled out 2 grams and just 80 liters of dirt. Now someone else has actually been here. You can see some serious wheel lines coming in here that weren't here, and there is a large chunk of that bank that I was working missing, but that is okay. There's still going to be plenty of gold left for us, and there's also several other spots that I've already sniffed out, so if there isn't much left here, we can go to one of them. Well, not good. Just done a test pan to make sure that there was still gold there before I set the sluice up, before I did anything. And there is, I don't think you're going to be able to see it on the GoPro, there's probably about 30 or 40 little nano dots there, but nowhere near as much as what there was when I first started working. So I guess that's why these guys have left, because they've probably pulled out most of the main deposit. And as you can see, they basically work from where that shovel and my sluice is all the way back up to probably where that digital mark is. That's a lot of dirt. They've moved a lot of dirt to get that gold. I'm going to hunt around a little bit more. I'm going to do another test pan or two and just see if I can't root out another little bit of a deposit. Pretty well everywhere I took a sample, I took 5 or 6 of them from around this area, and there's okay gold, but not what it was. And I think these blokes have come along and they've stripped it clean and they've had a really good payday, which is awesome. Congratulations. I hope you got an absolute ton of gold. It's all good. We're going to move to the other spot that I sniffed out, which was, it didn't have as many specks per pan, but they were bigger. So I think that makes up for them. Alright, I uncovered this area the other day, and what it was completely covered up by grass. There was no hole here, and all of this sort of stuff was sitting on top of it. I peeled some of it. Whoa. I just joined American Ninja there for half a second. I peeled all that grass back and revealed a really nice deposit. Like I said before, not as many specks, but they're slightly bigger, so we should still have a very good day. I've got something very special though, which is this. It's a quarter of a 20 litre bucket, so about 5 litres worth of dirt from that original spot. So we're going to set the sluice up and run that so we can get a bit of motivation for the morning. Well, them's were the days. If I had still got access to that deposit with all that gold, this is what we would have to look forward to. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see in the mat. These are the chunky bits. There's probably 50 or 60 bits of gold just there, and probably another 50 up there. There's one nice bit just sitting there, and a heap down in the top of this mat. It was a really good spot, so I'm hoping that this spot delivers just as much gold. It's a similar deposit. I'll explain about the deposit in a second. I'll get everything set up and then we'll get cracking. Alright, well, It took me a little while to find it, so there is definitely a pay layer that I'm going to show you. I've done the test pan to make sure it's still there and to give you an idea of what the gold looks like. It's probably 4 to 5 times the size of what I was getting in the other spot, and the other spot was small. It was really, really fine flower gold, and these are more like tiny little specks, so that's a good positive. The bigger the pieces, the more the weight. You can see those little dots up the top there, and that's the gold we're getting from one pan. So there's about 3 pans to a 10-litre bucket. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 4 pans, somewhere around that amount. So you can see that it'll add up quite quickly. I don't think this is nearly as rich as the other deposits spec wise, but the weight in the size of the bit should add up a little bit quicker. We've got a lot of gravel to work. We're going to work from just over here all the way across to about where that big rock is there. I have approximately 80 litres worth of dirt holding capacity in these buckets. I plan on filling every single one of them up before I start running it through the sluice. So I have a lot of digging ahead of me. Even though we're not working the original deposit that gave me a ridiculous amount of gold, every test pan that I've done here has shown me that there is still some great gold. And I wanted to talk briefly about the importance of test panning while you're sluicing in a spot. The first thing I did on arrival this morning was see that someone else had been working the area, and I wanted to know if there was any gold left. I could have just jumped in, set my sluice up, and assumed that they left me a little bit of gold and sluiced. But doing those test pans told me that yes, whilst there is gold there, yes, while it would be worthwhile if I worked a large quantity of it, I knew that there were better deposits in the area because the previous week I had done test pans elsewhere. Doing those test pans on that spot told me that there wasn't much gold left, and I made the choice to move to a better spot. When you are working in a spot that you know is good, it's important to take regular test pans. The pay streak might end. It could end for any number of reasons, and doing those test pans will tell you that. There's no point processing dirt that's not going to give you gold just because you're under the assumption that there's gold in it. Make sure you do regular ones. Every single bucket that I do, I take one test pan from the next area that I'm going to work. If that gold is good, I continue working in that spot. If it's not, I change directions. I keep testing until I find the gold again, and then I start screening down and working buckets. So there wasn't meant to be thunderstorms till this afternoon. We've got one coming in now. Cruz, up. Cruz hates rain. Alright, heavy rain's mostly over. Get back to it. So because these storms seem to be rolling in earlier than what they were meant to, and there's a lot of lightning with them, I'm going to run the 3 buckets that I've got screened down. And if I have time, I'll keep screening more. So that's 40 litres of dirt. Let's see what 40 litres of dirt gets us. This is the results from our 40 litres. We got a nice run of colour just at the front of the mat there. A couple of really good little bits up the top here. And I've seen quite a lot of fine stuff just start accumulating in those letters once again, and definitely some gold in those cells there. So all in all, I think we've done all right for our first buckets. The storm seems to have buggered off, which is good news for me. We're going to keep filling up some buckets. What I'm going to do is yabby pump off what I've cleared. So there's bedrock just there that I've dug down to. I'm going to yabby pump off the bottom and fill maybe the big bucket up with as much as I can of that, and then keep processing dirt. Also want to take a test pan from just where my shovel is. I don't know if that loose stuff has gold in it or if I have to go deeper. And I don't want to have to work the loose stuff if it's not needed. We yabby pumped off the bottom, no worries at all. That cleaned up very quickly. Then I did the test pan of the dirt where my shovel is, and it's very loose and all that sort of stuff, but it was the right color, what I showed you at the start, that red color. And ooh, we on it. Look at this. One pan, I'll try and get some shadow and maybe some water over it would help. There we go. Look at that. Maybe 50 plus bits of gold in that. Most of it's quite fine, but I'm not going to argue with fine. That can go in my bucket, then down the sluice. Someone's patiently waiting for his rock that he's not going to get. No rocks for you, mate. I'm seriously running out of time. That water is getting heavier and I can see the massive rain coming down behind me. What do you reckon, Grizzly? Yeah, I know. Snooze faster. I'm gonna have to pack it up because that is not gonna clear away. I just checked the bomb. It's coming in right now on top of me. The bomb is the Bureau of Meteorology. The Bureau of Meteorology, for those of you who don't know. I'm gonna super overload my sluice and just tip most of that bucket down there really quickly. Not ideal, but I don't want to get electrocuted. I have timed this poorly. We're going to take all this stuff home, clean it up and see how much we get. We'll do a gold weigh-in for it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's wet and dangerous out there. Let's go. I did film pouring that in, but I didn't press the button. And it looks like there's no more gold in there. So we're going to do this together at home. Find out what we got. So this is the concentrates we got, and it looks pretty decent. There are little bits of gold showing up in there, absolutely everywhere, which is a good indication that we're going to have an okay. Ooh, look at that! Ooh, it's definitely there. This is our gold all weighed up. We'll find out how much this weighs. Throw it on the trusty scaleometron. Here we go. I'm thinking 0.4 at a guess. Oh, not bad. 0.3839. So let's just round up and say 0.4 because, you know, round numbers are nice. Isn't that satisfying? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button and the little bell in the bottom corner so you don't miss out on any more of my future adventures. Or you don't have to if you don't want to. It's a great world like that. All right, peace. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.